your 2014 champion, Stephanie Howe.
Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here at the finish line of the 2015 Western States Endurance Run. I'm with women's W9, Erika Lindland. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You had a heck of a race. You were probably on nobody's radar. So let's just start with reality here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on my radar at all. And I was 11th in 2013, but that was, in my opinion, kind of a fluke year. A lot of people blew up, so I had no thinking that I was going to go in top 10 this year. So I had a time goal, and I knew if I got under that time goal, I would be possibly in the ballpark.
Yeah.
But you never know what everybody else is going to do. So
yeah. So that wasn't a fluke at all. 11th 2 years ago, 9th this year. Like, looking back at your yesterday, was it? I mean, a good race for you? Where were the highs? Where were the lows?
I felt good to Lion Ridge, but it went really slow.
Okay.
And then I had a horrible mile 10 to like mile 35. Horrible.
Okay.
Like death marching up to Robinson Flat and thinking, oh my God, like maybe I can squeak out a 24 today. So really, really bad. I caught out, so Carl and I started running with each other right out of Robinson, and we both were just struggling. And the funny thing is, we spent most of our time training in the high country, specifically to be better in the high country.
Better out there.
And we both felt like absolute crap. So it was ironic, but as soon as I got down to like mile 35, whatever Miller's Defeat is, you're kind of getting out of the elevation, I started to feel a little bit better.
Okay.
And then I just ran. So I wasn't trying to catch up or do anything. I wasn't really looking at splits. I was just running.
But you must have been feeling decently, because looking, I mean, especially in the last 30 miles of the race, looking at your splits compared to the gals who are in front of you and behind you, you were, I mean, putting minutes on everybody every time.
Yeah, I felt decent. I did. One of the things with Victor Ballesteros was going to pace me from Forest Hill to the river. So one of my big goals was to get to him feeling decent, so that I didn't totally annoy him. And we just kind of ran steady.
All about keeping your pacers happy, right?
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, my first Western States was a total disaster, and I just felt horrible for my pacers. So, yeah. But yeah, I felt actually better than I thought I was going to in the last 30. And then once I ended up in top 10 at like mile 89, I was like, holy crap, and I just ran as hard as I could.
Yeah, so you knew when you had moved into the top 10 position. Did somebody tell you? Or?
Well, at the river, somebody said I was, so I passed Joelle Vaught just right before the river, but then she got on the cable before me and made it across. I had somebody right in front of me who was just standing there. It took me 6 minutes to cross the river, which was a little frustrating. So Joelle beat me up to the top, so I was 13th at the river. And then I saw Joelle, I think, fixing her shoes or something in the aid station at Green Gate. So then I knew I was 12th. But I thought for sure she was going to come and pick me off.
Yeah.
But I was also told that Megan was 20 minutes ahead of me at the river, and I was like, well, that's never going to happen. It's Megan. So there was still no, I was like, 12, cool. I'm close. That's great. And so we just kind of plugged along, and then when I caught Megan, I was shocked, and then Pam was like, I think a minute or two after her.
Okay.
So then I was.
So they both came bam bam, and then you were in top 10.
Yeah. So then I was freaking out a little bit and running.
Yeah. Did you run scared then? Because Pam Smith and Megan Arbogast are
terrifying to have behind you.
Yeah, like really well dialed women when it comes to Western States.
Yeah. I could tell. I could tell that they weren't having their best day.
Yeah.
And if I passed them, they're having a rough day. So, yeah, I could tell they weren't moving that well. But I was still running scared.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know what can happen. So.
Yeah. So you crossed the finish line. You're now F9. You get the free pass to come back here next year.
Yeah.
Is this sinking in? Like, I'm F9 at Western States.
Yeah, the part that's sinking in is I have to come back next year and try to perform, which is really good. I'm happy about it. But I need a couple days to just kind of let it all sink in.
Yeah,
it's totally surreal, and I can't really believe it. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you wear the F9 badge of honor for the next 364 days.
I will.
And we're not talking about this year, so.
Yeah, nope.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Thanks.